Okay, dokie. Here we go. So this is the concept map part of the nervous system for organization, which was our success criteria yesterday, our major anatomical divisions. Make sure you're paying attention right now, going over your answers, not on your cell phone. You don't want to be called out on video on YouTube. All right, so the path on this left side at the bottom, this is signal coming in, and then response going out. That's the general direction there. Okay, so if the path coming in is at the bottom left, then what is this bottom left box? Anybody tell me? This would be just receptors in general. So bottom left box would be receptors. All right, and then we have a couple different kinds of receptors, right? What's the bottom? It doesn't really matter which order we put them in, I don't think. No. What's one of them? Somatic. What would you say about somatic? They call them somatic sensory, don't they? Receptors. Any way you would describe somatic from the as being different from the other one? That one's more our external sensing. All right. What about the other one? What is that? Starts with a V. Visceral, sensory, and that's more our internal. It kind of, when we get over to the effectors on the other side, they kind of match up with the same type of ideas, the types of effectors we can have. All right, so signals are going in, and they're traveling in this pathway. This is the outside portion. This is one of the two major anatomical divisions of the nervous system. All right, so what is this outside stuff? Outside part of there's a middle part of the nervous system, a main part, if you will, and then there's an outer part. What is the outer part called? You guys did this, right? What is this box here? Peripheral nervous system. This is one of the main divisions of the nervous system. Okay, so if you know the two main divisions, first of all, you have to start up by saying peripheral nervous system, and what's the other part? Central nervous system. That would be this box up here, right? Yes, that's the brain and spinal cord is the central nervous system. So all the nerves outside that would be the peripheral nervous system. So this is all information coming in towards the central nervous system. So what is this pathway called? Starts with an A, and that's really the main thing to remember. This is the afferent pathway, okay? And so this is like having the sensory pathway. This is the signals coming in, things that we're sensing, the information that we're getting from some environment, either our external or internal environments. All right, it comes into the central nervous system. We're going to process that information and say, what does this mean? And what should we do about it? We're going to say, hey, we should do this. If I touch a hot pan um, or see a ball flying at my head, my brain might say to my muscles, let's move out of the way. So it has to send that signal out to the muscles, and it's going to send a message back out to the peripheral nervous system. And the pathway out will actually start with a what? E, right, efferent. Okay. And this pathway going out, sometimes we think of these nerves, well, we do think of these nerves, as motor. Okay? Now we can go two separate pathways here. We can kind of go voluntary or we can go involuntary. Our voluntary passageway is going to be somatic, and our involuntary is going to be autonomic, which, like I told you yesterday in the notes, think automatic with this. All right. In the autonomic nervous system, we can have the parasympathetic nervous system or the sympathetic. So somatic, like I said, that's going to be voluntary. That's going to be going towards skeletal muscle. Remember, skeletal muscle we have control over. The autonomic nervous system, that's going to be going to the stuff that's involuntary, stuff like smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. So the other two types of muscle tissue. And glands. Okay? And these things that we send a signal out to are called effectors. Does that all make sense? You guys could all do that on a quiz Friday? Because we're going to plan on having a quiz Friday. This Friday. Unless we have a snow day tomorrow. Be prepared for school tomorrow. If you have everything done and ready to go, the chances of having a snow day go up dramatically. If you don't have everything done, if you just count on having a snow day, we will have school for sure. That's how it works. All right. So can I erase all this? Can I erase all this jazz? So outcome 8-1, the two major anatomical divisions. Let's answer some questions about these. So number 1, the two major anatomical divisions of the nervous system are, which one is that? A is correct. 1 is A. Number 2, the central nervous system consists of what? C, the brain and spinal cord. And number 3, the primary functions of the nervous system include D, all the above. Remember, it has, a lot of times we do different body systems, they might have like 5 functions. Right, Bree? Sydney? Nervous system only has 3. It's a pizza cake. Signals coming in, monitoring internal and external environments, making sense of the information, and then sending out signals to do stuff. All right. Number 4, the peripheral nervous system consists of 2 divisions. C, efferent and afferent, which stands for going out, going in. Number 5, Blake nerves carry impulses from the peripheral nervous system to the central nervous system. Blank nerves carry impulses from the central nervous system to the peripheral nervous system. A, I would prefer, and maybe you want to make a note on this, I would actually prefer that A said sensory and motor. I like those terms better. Afferent and efferent I think of more as describing pathways. And the last one, number 6, voluntary control of skeletal muscles is provided by A, somatic. All right, and there are your answers to 8-1.